This is about how to turn dating triggers into opportunities. Dating can feel like a vulnerable experience, especially when emotional triggers come into play. But these pain points can be turned around into really great opportunities. So let me explain to you how. Triggers are those intense emotional reactions that can surface when we encounter certain situations like rejection or feelings of abandonment. In my work as a relationship coach, one of the things I often work on with my clients is revisiting these triggers as opportunities to understand yourself better and to build relationship skills. With this approach, feelings about the whole dating process can shift dramatically from being purely about the outcome, which is often beyond your control, to focusing on personal growth and resilience. Here's a look at some of the common dating triggers I often come across and how to approach them as learning opportunities. Rejection. It's about turning the sting into insight. Rejection is one of the most common triggers in dating, or the fear of it. When someone doesn't reciprocate your interests or ends things unexpectedly, it can strike at the very core of our self-worth. But rather than viewing this as rejection or a verdict on your desirability, remember that dating is about finding the right fit for you. Fit is about compatibility, which can be about life circumstances or about shared values, shared ambitions, or interests. A lack of a match or reciprocal interest is an indicator that this person is not the right fit for you and will not make you happy. Instead of seeing it as a judgment, view this information about the things that piqued your interest. What was it about them that sparked your curiosity? How could you integrate these qualities into your own life? Then we have judgments of self-worth, about quietening the inner critic. Dating can bring about deep-seated insecurities, often triggering feelings of not being enough. This might manifest as self-criticism over appearance, social skills, or career status. When these thoughts arise, they can make you feel unworthy or undeserving of love. Instead of letting these judgments erode your confidence, see them as an invitation to practice self-compassion. Recognizing your triggers around self-worth helps you to separate the noise of your inner critic, one in your head as well, from reality. Building this skill enhances your ability to maintain good internal boundaries, protecting your self-worth regardless of external validation. Then next, social anxiety, moving from fear to connection. Social anxiety is another common trigger, especially during the early stages of dating. It can manifest as a racing heart before a first date, or overthinking and overanalyzing every text, every message. Social anxiety can make you feel like you need to be perfect to be accepted, but dating is a prime opportunity to practice tolerating discomfort. Each interaction gives you a chance to show up as you are, even if it's messy or imperfect. And the more you confront these moments, the easier it becomes to quiet that anxious voice and to embrace the possibility of genuine connection, which comes from being fully authentic. Then we have fear of abandonment. It's about trusting yourself through uncertainty. Abandonment anxiety can create a cycle of worrying in dating, especially if you experienced past relationships ending abruptly. It might cause you to cling tightly or to paradoxically push people away to protect yourself. This fear often arises when dating moves towards deeper connection. Yet this trigger can become a chance to strengthen your sense of self, not in the other person, but in your own ability to navigate whatever comes your way. Trust this. Even if things don't work out, you'll have the resilience to handle it. Practice this trust building in your capability and self-soothing, which is key in a relationship skill for emotional independence. Next, anxiety around identity. It's about your authentic self. Dating often forces you to question the biggest of the existential questions of who am I? What do I want from my life? Particularly when it comes to writing a dating profile or going on a first date. Anxiety around identity can surface when you feel the pressure to mold yourself to fit into someone else's preference. But dating can also be a mirror reflecting back what matters most to you. So instead of conforming to what the other person wants, use this trigger to explore your values, your desires, and what you genuinely enjoy. Stepping into your full sense of self, even when it feels risky, is a powerful way to build authenticity in all connections. Then we have decision-making fatigue, navigating choices with clarity. Constant decisions in dating, where to meet, when to text, whether you should continue seeing someone, can become overwhelming, leading to decision-making fatigue. This can be especially draining when it feels like every choice carries a heavy weight. But each decision also is an opportunity to practice discernment, the skill of making choices aligned with your true needs. When you make decisions based on clarity rather than fear, you build the confidence to trust your instincts. This skill serves not just in dating, but in all aspects of life. Then we have despair about the future. It's about embracing the journey over the destination. It's easy to feel discouraged when dating doesn't seem to be leading anywhere, and despair about the future can start to creep in. This trigger can make you focus obsessively on finding the right person as soon as possible, leading to that sense of urgency that can be emotionally draining. Shifting your focus from the end goal to the process can alleviate much of this pressure. Every date, whether it leads to something long-term or not, is a chance to practice being present, to fine-tune your relationship skills, and to learn more about what truly resonates with you. Then, shifting this focus from outcome to growth. When you view dating as a space for self-growth, rather than just a path to find a partner, you empower yourself. Instead of clinging to outcomes, like securing a second date or avoiding rejection, you build resilience by focusing on the lessons each experience offers. Embracing the discomfort of triggers from rejection to social anxiety allows you to practice the skill of emotional regulation. And this skill is not only crucial in romantic relationships, but it's a foundational part of maintaining good boundaries in all areas of life. Learning to tolerate discomfort is a skill worth cultivating. It's one of the most valuable relationship skills that can develop along with your ability to tolerate discomfort. Discomfort is inevitable in dating, whether it's, the nerves of a first date or a string of unreciprocated interest. Instead of avoiding these feelings, try to lean into them. Recognize that discomfort is a sign of growth, a stretching of your emotional capacity. And over time, this practice makes you better able to navigate the highs and the lows of dating without becoming overwhelmed. Dating is filled with emotional triggers that can become the foundation of a whole new wave of growth in your life. By seeing these moments as opportunities to deepen your understanding of yourself, you shift from feeling at the mercy of your emotions to taking ownership of your journey. Dating can also be a powerful space for building self-awareness and refining the skills that will serve you in all your relationships. While the outcome may be uncertain, it always is, the growth you gain is entirely in your hands.